I'm the Doctor. Simply the Doctor. The one, the only, and the best.
Welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Stephen, and I've been a Doctor Who fan since 2005.
And I'm Ben, and I've never seen the show before.
Now we're watching and discussing every episode of the revived series, and quite frankly, it's about time. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm tired.
You are tired, yeah. It's very difficult to talk about what we've been up to.
Yeah.
Because you refuse to reveal what your job is.
Yeah.
But we've been busy. I've been busy helping you.
Yeah. Busy, busy bees. Busy, busy bees. Busy, 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 busy bees. I wonder if anyone's missed my singing.
I don't know. I haven't.
No, because you're just a stone cold hearted bitch.
No. But yeah, we've both got some time off now, which is nice. But how else are you otherwise?
Yeah, alright. Yeah. Summer and up.
Yeah. Not my favourite season.
No. I just finished God of War for like the fourth time. God of War 3.
Yes, which is a PS3 game.
Well, I've only got a PS3. I've not inherited it because brother's not dead. My brother got a PS4. He gave it to me, and yeah, I played God of War 3, and I played it many times. Every time I was playing it downstairs, Stephen said, "Such a dramatic game."
It is dramatic and it's violent.
It is violent. It's an 18, and Stephen got a bit weird because at one point you have sex with Aphrodite.
Yeah, that's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen.
That is weird.
You had to fucking use the controller to thrust.
It is weird.
What? Who plays a game like that?
Well, I didn't realise that it was in the game until I first played it.
Well, and how old were you? 18?
Oh, older than that.
Oh, okay.
22? So yeah, then I played a bit of Soul Calibur. I am a Soul Calibur fan. Mm-hmm. If anybody is a Soul Calibur fan, who's your favourite character? So I've got two favourite characters. Old school favourite character has been my favourite character ever since my friend... How many times can I say favourite character? Has been ever since my friend introduced me to the game, and it's Ivy.
Okay.
And she's basically wearing a armour swimsuit.
Okay. Because
her thighs are out, and she's got the biggest coconuts. What was that song?
My coconuts.
My coconuts. Yeah, but she's also got a sword that extends into a whip.
Oh, God.
So it breaks into sections and it's got a whippage. It's so good. She's so good. And Kalik. I think it's Kalik, yeah.
Kalik.
Yeah. Kalik.
I was just thinking that. They won't know what that is. That just reminded me of... I used to give my cuddly toys really weird names as a child.
Yeah.
And I won a cuddly dog toy at a fair. And by the time we got home, I'd named it Select Collect. And my mum said, "Why?" And I was like, "I don't know."
We had Kipper.
Yeah.
Kipper the dog, and he was just Kipper.
Yeah.
And Pig Soft, because he was a pig.
And he was soft, yeah.
That makes sense. Any more?
Off the top of my head, can't remember.
No.
But those were the main ones.
See, my cuddly toys when I was little were just called things.
Yeah.
So I had a Cookie.
Yeah.
Who was a bear, like a mottled bear, and looked like Cookie, though.
Yeah.
I had a Chocky Moose. Who was called Chocky Moose.
Oh, and Moose as in M-O-O-S-E.
Yeah.
Not
it
like
was a moose with horns.
Yeah, but why did you say a chocolate mousse?
Because it was chocolate mousse.
What?
It had a scent pouch in its nose that smelled like chocolate.
Right.
I brought it from Woolworths. Woolworths no longer exists in the UK.
No. So it was a mousse?
Yeah.
Was that supposed to be a pun?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, okay.
What else? What other teddy did I have? A Plod.
Yeah.
Francois.
Yeah, look, if we start listing your teddies, we'll be here all day. Because still to this day, as a 32-year-old man, you've got about 100 of them.
Stop. I do not have 100. I have Francois above my head on the headboard. And then I have Little Bear, who is a teddy I've had since I was very, very young.
Yeah.
Then Pluto, who's the teddy bear of everyone's dreams. And then Plod.
Yeah. And then not to mention all the others that are scattered around. And you've got this fucking massive, what is she, a Rottweiler?
Yeah.
Called Rosie. And at one point you wanted to have her in the bed while we sleep. I'm like, There's barely enough room for me and you. Like,
if you're feeling really sad,
she's great to have on your head.
She is great to have on your head. Like,
we're so weird.
No, like I love when I'm feeling a bit mopey. I love having pressure on my head.
Yeah, I get that.
And like that is, she's just amazing for that.
A touch.
Yeah.
A touch of the tism.
Yeah, and then she had a child called Duke.
What?
She had a child called Duke.
Where's the child?
Oh, he's somewhere. He's probably lost to time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is really not a cuddly toy podcast.
It's not a cuddly toy podcast, but it makes us real.
Yes.
We all had cuddly toys when we were little.
And some of us retain them when we're 32.
No. Stop making me sound weird. No, I've kept the nice ones. Francois is new because I found him in a charity shop and he is absolutely... He's good quality though,
He is lovely, yeah.
He's a really, like, well-made bear, and I couldn't let some snivelly, snotty child have him and destroy him. So,
okay.
Anywho.
Today, the topic of the podcast is the Doctor Who 2008 Christmas special.
Yeah.
Called The Next Doctor.
Weird title, clickbaity title.
Yeah, oh, very much so. And I will just clarify that when this aired, Matt Smith had not been announced. So they were playing on that whole thing of, we know David Tennant's leaving, but we don't know who the next Doctor is yet. Yeah. So they definitely lent into that.
Yeah. So it was alright.
Yeah, it's not my favourite Christmas special, but it's not bad.
No, I preferred the Kylie Minogue Christmas special.
Yes,
over
I agree.
This one.
I agree.
And the Donna one over this one.
I also agree.
But this is still good.
It is good.
In terms of Doctor Who, it is still good.
Yeah.
But it's just come off the back of a very good series.
Yes.
I fucking love him.
Jackson.
Ugh. David, I've never even heard of him before.
Have you not?
But he's such a handsome man.
He's very handsome,
filthy,
yeah. David
and he's
Morrissey.
yummy.
Yeah. I've been getting into Inside Number 9, which you tried to watch with me and then you didn't like it, so I'm watching on my own.
Got a bit weird.
Mostly on the recommendation of Yanto, friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod.
And I watched one the other day. David Morrissey was in. He was really good in that. He played a football referee and he was like the perfect casting for it.
I would not be sad if he was actually the Doctor.
Well, I think a lot of people felt that. I think a lot of people felt it was a missed opportunity.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, he is.
Very good actor,
So you enjoyed his performance?
I did. A bit too, I would say, what, Shakespearean? Or like classically trained? I don't know.
Victorian?
No, it's just the way he brought it across. It was a bit like, my son! He's my son! Yeah.
So watching it being called The Next Doctor,
yeah.
We went into the title sequence and he just said, I'm the Doctor, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And you said to me, but he's not the next Doctor, because you know, obviously, Matt Smith.
Yeah.
What was going on in your head?
I was thinking to myself, okay, I know he's not the Doctor in any terms, but
he could have been a far future Doctor that we.
Yeah, that's what I was. I did think that, but then quite quickly, I realised that something had been like gone wrong with him. Like, I thought he was in an insane asylum. I thought he was like he had escaped. Something like that. But then quickly I realised as soon as it showed like Cybermen, I was thinking, okay, something's uploaded into his mind.
Oh, okay.
But then I didn't really know how.
No.
And then I was like, why did his wife die? I thought at one point, his wife looks very much like Miss Hardigan.
Oh, you thought it was going to be her?
Yeah. Like gone corrupted.
Well, you only really saw her in blurry snatches.
Yeah, probably was the same actress.
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, it's just...
Save money.
Dark-haired woman.
Save money.
Ben, I'm not going to just...
Save it. Save the pennies so we can have better effects.
Also, this is the first time that we've had a non-contemporary Christmas special.
Yeah.
Voyage of the Damned was a little bit, because it was an alien ship, but it was still, they went down to Earth and it was present day.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've actually, so we're going back to the Victorian.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
This is the first time that we've had a male companion.
Is it? What about Captain Jack?
Oh my god, I forgot about him. How could I forget about the handsome Captain Jack?
Well...
He actually should be just probably called Captain Shagalot, but...
Well, we'll be watching Captain Shagalot next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stepped out of the TARDIS and you said, something tells me he just loves Christmas on Earth.
Yeah. It's just like, he's just smiling with a dopey smile, and all I thought to myself as he was walking along was like, oh, you get better with age.
Oh, David Tennant.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen what he looks like now?
He is a
He is a dilf.
dilf.
That was the funniest thing when he got voted as like DILF of the year or something.
Yeah.
And his wife Georgia was like, he'll be so pleased when he Googles what DILF means.
He is. He's even now. He's handsome in this show.
Yeah.
But when I've seen pictures of him now, and he's handsome then.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be in a Julie Cooper.
Is he?
Yeah, he's gonna
Dramatisation.
He's going to be in Rivals, her
Oh.
second book.
Okay.
And so we might see some David Tennant bum
Okay.
or David Tennant doing things other than. Let's just say Julie Cooper. She's
Raunchy.
People say that she's raunchy. I read the first 100 pages of Polo. Was it Polo?
Riders.
Riders.
Yeah.
And I read the first 100 pages and I was like, the sex scene that I read was like nothing. I've read much, much, much worse.
Yeah. Is that title supposed to be a double meaning? Riders. Right.
Okay, didn't think of that.
Oh, that's just my dirty mind then.
Just a dirty mind.
Yeah. Anyway, Rosita.
Oh, okay, I thought she was good. Good. Then she was not so good.
Oh.
And then she was good again.
What was the bit she was not so good in?
When she was talking to the doctor in their little home. Like, because I felt like when she was doing serious not very well.
Oh, right.
That was
Okay.
a bit weak. She's good at the dramatic and like the fast pace. And I was like, do you think the doctor was hinting like you should marry her?
Oh, I don't know about that. They're of a very different class.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that.
Because she was a prostitute, wasn't she?
No.
I think that was hinted at. She was wearing like this very skimpy thing that off the shoulder, which in the Victorian times you wouldn't wear if you were a high class woman. And Miss Hartigan made that comment about, I doubt he paid you to talk. I think she was intended to be a prostitute.
Oh.
Anyhow, yeah, but then he says he's going to employ her as the nursemaid, and that they are friends, obviously. So, but
Yeah.
I don't think he would marry her.
And then it goes like this. Then she suddenly bursts into, as long as he needs me.
Yeah, she was a Nancy-esque character.
She was too old to be Nancy.
Was she?
Yeah.
How old's Nancy supposed to be?
Nancy is actually supposed to be in her teen years.
Oh,
Like 15, 16.
really?
Yeah, she's young.
But isn't she normally played like...
Yes, she's played older to make it more comfortable.
Because Bill Sykes is an older man, yes. Yeah.
And Bess is supposed to be the same age as Oliver, or just a little bit older.
Oh.
Like,
Is this based on the original Dickens?
yeah,
Is that age? Yeah.
they're supposed to be quite young.
I did try to read it. I got about 2/3 of the way through. It was such a slog. I liked how her name was like almost like a cross between Rose and Martha, like Rosita. Is that
Really?
Is that a stretch?
That is a fucking stretch. I think to myself, like, I was a bit like, Rosita.
Again, it sounds like a prostitute name.
I just couldn't unsee that Friends in my head, because Joey calls his seat, his reclining chair, Rosita.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or was it Rosita?
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Sita, yeah.
But it just made me think of a reclining chair. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm sure she's had many people sitting on her.
Yeah. I was hoping for a redemption, if I'm going to be honest.
For Miss
Hartigan. I was hoping that she would see the error of her ways.
Well, in a way she did, but it caused her to die.
But she exploded in a way that humans don't explode.
Well, I think she had a lot of energy pulsing through her. I don't know.
So she disintegrated, not exploded.
Yeah.
It was a bit like, what was it? Like when she was like screaming, "You said that I would not be converted!"
Yeah, that's exactly what she sounded like.
Oh. She was like, "You said that I would not be..." No, she was posh. She was too posh, I think.
Yes, she was posh, yes.
She was trying to be posh. She works in a fucking workhouse. She's a bit rough around the edges.
Yeah, do you know the actress? Dervla Kirwan.
No. Derbra.
Dervla. It's an Irish name.
Dervla.
Dervla Kirwan. She used to voice the M&S adverts.
Did she?
Yeah, you know, these are not just Cybermen. They're M&S Cybermen.
Oh.
She
Has
is
she been in
good,
anything
though.
else?
Well, yes, I don't know off the top of my head.
Is she a famous actress?
Yeah.
She was good.
No, she was good. She's very good. She's very strong.
I must admit, like, she had that good balance between like hammy but not hammy. Do you know what I mean? Like
Hammy, but still
she was
believable
dramatic
and genuine, yeah.
and you really understood like her character. But she didn't like take it. She didn't step over the thing, go like and be like have a wicked laugh like.
No, she didn't do that.
No.
Yeah.
And like they were like, we only can afford you 2 outfits. But this first outfit is going to be literally from the top up. So we're just going to give you a top. And then the next outfit is going to be a red dress.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's good. Looks good. It looks a bit cheap, but it looks good.
My God.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that silk, it was polyester because it was so fucking shiny.
It did look great though, like her in that red dress when she turned up at the funeral, and it was like, everyone was like...
And that is very scandalous.
It is, yeah.
Like, mourning in black. And they would mourn for weeks, would they not? Queen Vicky, she mourned for the rest of her life. Wore black for the rest of her life.
She did, yeah.
When her husband died.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a queen. It's been great to learn all about your children. She had 9 of them, and she had 40 grandchildren. Do.
History lessons with Ben.
Yeah.
And the in that same scene, in that funeral scene, when the Cybermen were like marching out of the fog and the snow, that did look cool.
Yeah, it was right.
I think it just looks really cool.
Yeah, it did look cool.
Yeah.
I tell you what would be cool.
Yeah.
A gay fan fiction with the Doctor and
Jackson Lake. You said as soon as it finished, you were like, "Oh, my mind is writing a fan fiction."
I would. I'd write in the first person as Jackson Lake, and it would start from when they said goodbye, and the Jackson was like, "Can I do one thing?" And the Doctor was like, "Okay," and they kisses him, and he's like, the Doctor's like, "Whoa." Actually, I like that. Do it again. And they kiss in the snow. And then he goes with him to have lunch. And then they have their Christmas din-dins. I'm sorry, they have their Christmas din-dins at like what?
1 in the morning.
1 o'clock in the morning? Jackson, get a grip. Your cook's not even up yet.
No, but they're going to the pub.
Pub's not even open yet.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure they'll work something out.
And so the Doctor goes to him. So, can Rosita look after your child? And Rosita is like, yeah, I've got him. You go off and have some fun. So they go off to the Thames and they walk. They look around and they're like, can you take me to an adventure? And they go to adventure to the TARDIS and they have fun. He takes them back, live happily ever after. And every so many years he comes back and sees Jackson and he has so much fun. And the Doctor now says he has an epiphany and he wakes up and he says, I'm pansexual.
Yeah. Something I predict you did not like was the cyber shades. I don't even know
It's a bit like, okay, we don't have enough Cybermen.
Yeah.
And we don't have enough Cybermen outfits. So let's just invent these new Cybermen-y things. What do you call them? Cyber shades?
Yeah.
Puke.
They look like dogs.
Literally, why do they just not get called cyber dogs?
It's weird, isn't it?
It is weird. And why are they copper?
They've got these weird flat faces on.
Copper.
Yeah. I think we could have done without the cyber shades.
Oh, 100%.
They weren't necessary.
And if you just call it a cyber dog, like normal people do. And the Cybermen could then, you have your canine, and we have cyber dogs. Woohoo! Cyber dogs, attack!
Weird.
Maybe it's like a case of like, maybe an accidental mouse got caught into the transformation chamber, and then it just went, and it became this massive mouse.
Maybe.
It looks like a monkey costume, doesn't it? Like,
it does.
Been ripped off the face, and you just like shove the face on.
Like a shaggy gorilla or something. Yeah.
Thank you for being a gorilla.
Thank you. I quite like the bit with the fob watch.
What fell out though?
Oh, I don't know, part of the mechanism.
Oh. But then the Doctor doesn't even pick it back up. He just leaves Jackson to do it.
Because it was broken and it was useless.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, the best bit was like, that your sonic screwdriver?
Oh yeah.
Why did you call it a sonic screwdriver?
It makes a noise. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah.
I have a pen in my hand, Stephen does not.
No, because you like to fiddle with things.
Yes, I do. I have to fiddle with something.
Yes, I don't mind you fiddling. It's the making the noise while we're recording that I have an issue with. Whatever happened to Marge's tit?
Marge's tit is behind your head. Thank you for being a squidgy tit.
Anyway, on that fob watch thing, I thought it was well done, the fact that it was used as like a joke in a way that you think it was set up to be, oh my God, could be a fob watch, could be a Time Lord consciousness inside. And then it was like, oh, no, never mind that. And then you think it won't get mentioned again.
Oh my God.
And then it
it's
turns
like
out
it's echoing that his mind has fallen out. He's insane.
Yeah. And then it comes back later and he's like, the answer was in the fob watch. It had JL on it, Jackson Lake. That was quite
Jackson
nice.
Hottie Lake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, Hottie of the Week for me. Can you guess?
Jed.
Yes! The Balloon Man.
Hottie of the Week is Jackson Lake.
No, for me it's Jed.
No, it's Jackson Lake.
Lovely Jed.
The vicar was a bit weird.
Oh,
He had the bushiest eyebrows
Yeah.
I've seen.
He looked like he was from Sesame Street or something.
He was like, one dead person, ha 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 ha. 2 dead people, ha 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 ha. Cybermen.
I was trying to do the Count's laugh and it just turned into my laugh.
That's because your laugh is the Count's laugh.
No, it's not.
It is. It's actually, it starts off as this,
The big wheeze, yeah.
and then it goes, ha 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 ha.
Okay.
Thank you for being a friend.
Can you please stop
Can
singing
you guess
that?
what we watched with tea last night?
Oh, fucking Golden Girls.
Yeah, it's good. Me and Mum, I went round my mum's last night and had tea.
What did you think of Jackson Lake's TARDIS? The tethered aerial release developed in style.
I think Clutching at Straws comes to mind.
From who?
Russell T Davies.
No, it's good. It's funny. It is clutching at straws. It's Jackson Lake's subconscious clutching at straws to try and make things fit together for this version of the Doctor who he has adopted as his personality. Yeah, I think it's really funny.
And then you only like it because you get to see Jed, and you're like, oh, Jed.
Yeah. And I got, by the way, that was a quiz question when I went to Sean and Ethan's, who were on the podcast recently to discuss one of Shooty's episodes. We had a quiz, and one of the questions was, what did Jackson Lake's TARDIS stand for? And I think I was the only person who got it.
Oh my God.
I'm such a nerd.
Thank you for being a nerd. We tend to win pub quizzes when you're about.
It depends what they're about.
Well, did we ever tell the people about the podcast, the pub quiz that we went to, and I complained about that this person had... Bear in mind, this person who did this pub quiz was old, and I'm pretty sure could barely use a computer, and literally Google something and saw the first thing on... So
yes,
no,
it was poorly researched.
It was poorly researched, and I was like, absolutely not. It's 1997.
2000 and 1997. Yes.
Thank you for being a twat.
The Cyber King, it does take it a bit to the ridiculous level.
Yeah.
Cool design though, very like steampunk. It reminded me of the Iron Giant, the Iron Man.
Yeah. For me, it was just like, oh, they stole this from the Daleks. Oh, they stole this from the Daleks.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, okay, the Daleks are obviously more superior than the Cybermen.
Yeah.
But the Cybermen think they're more superior.
The Cybermen are just bitter that they're not. But, well, you're not wondering... I think they alluded to it at the end, but with this massive, giant robot stomping across Victorian London, does history not remember that? In 1851, on Christmas Eve, there was this giant robot stomping across London. People would have seen that and talked about it. It would have been in the newspapers.
And documented it.
Yeah. So it's either something that you have to just take with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, these things I don't understand because, like, he's been to the future, and if these things happen, then they should rewrite the future. It's very confusing.
It is.
Time travel is very confusing.
But the line they use with that is that time is in flux. And so when he'd been to the future before, it may not have happened, but now it has happened, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, there might be something coming at some point that might address these things.
Something shattering time.
Maybe.
And cutting it apart.
Maybe.
Am I right? Have I? Let's say it together, fans. Hammer, nail, head. I'd be mortified if I won an award for this podcast as the annoying co-host. I'd be absolutely
Most
mortified.
annoying. Well, sorry, but it's quite likely for you to win if there was such an award. You are. You can't deny you are annoying. We love you. I love you with all my heart.
I think there is a difference between annoying and entertaining.
You straddle that line very, very
Thank
closely.
you for being a friend. All right,
Should I do a poll on Instagram? Is Ben annoying or entertaining? And see what wins.
No, absolutely not. It would be 10% entertaining and 90% not. And I'd be mortified and I'd stop this podcast.
Oh, well, I won't be doing that then. Speaking of polls, I did do a poll. You know, we did Sarah Jane last week, and it was a bit of a struggle for us.
Shit show.
Especially you. I did do a poll. I said to people, Ben did not enjoy the last series of Sarah Jane. And I said, do you think we should stop watching it entirely? Or just watch the ones that the Doctor's in? Or persevere with Series 3? And technically, persevere with Series 3 won. Most people voted for that. But having given it a lot of thought and some feedback I had from listeners, people were saying, and I quite agree with this, people were saying, you don't want the podcast to turn into something for Ben that he actively, hates.
But the thing is, though, Stephen knows if it turns to that, I will just stop.
Absolutely. Which is exactly why I think, so we have made the decision. We are not going to watch any more Sarah Jane, except for there's one episode in Series 3 that David Tennant is in, and there's one in Series 4 that Matt Smith is in. We'll watch that when we get to it as well. But that's apart from that, we won't watch any others. Anywho, so apologies to any Sarah Jane diehards out there that were hoping we'd discuss it all.
I'm sorry, babes, but I'm going to tell you this for sure fact. You may like it out of nostalgia.
I'm not going to lie. It does get better. I know there are some great ones in the future, but I'm not going to force you to watch it because we've got the main show to watch. So these extras are only extras, really, aren't they?
So we can skip Torchwood then?
No, because that really is amazing. We're going to watch that.
Apparently, Stephen said it was set over a week.
It was. They broadcast it Monday to Friday. Anyway, just wrapping up then on the next Doctor. You know the bit when he remembered his son?
Yeah. That's my boy!
Yeah, don't you think it would have been better if Jackson Lake had saved his own son rather than the Doctor saving him?
Yes. To show his heroicism.
Yeah.
But also I think, was his son so bad of an actor that he had no lines?
Oh, he didn't say anything, did he?
No. And he had the biggest eyelashes.
He looks like he's wearing mascara.
And I kid you not, they were clumped as well. Which means they had the eyelashes either got wet or he's been crying.
Well, yeah, he would have been, wouldn't he?
But why did he not follow the other children like normal people
He
do?
was up high.
And other children were up high.
Oh, I don't know, Ben. Anyway, yeah, part of me's I think Jackson Lake should have saved his own son.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I can understand that actually the Doctor is extraordinary. And Jackson Lake thought he was the Doctor, but he's not. So maybe it makes sense for it to be the Doctor. But yeah. And then at the end, when he was talking to him about his companions leaving, and he said, in the end, they break my heart. And you went...
It irritates me.
But can you not see that there's a metaphorical aspect to that?
No.
Wouldn't it have taken away from the moment for him to say they break my heart?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Because Jackson knows he's got two hearts.
Yeah.
He's got two hearts.
Yes, biologically he's got two hearts, but the turn of phrase, they break my heart, is a turn of phrase.
It's a humanic turn of phrase built by humans. He is not human. He is a Gallifreyan, a Time Lord. And a Time Lord has how many?
Or is
he? Two.
Yeah.
Get it correct, not David Williams. That's the wrong person. Get it. What would you do if David Williams was announced as the next Doctor?
Stop watching.
Would you?
Probably, yeah. No, I wouldn't stop watching.
What about Matt Smith? No,
Matt Lucas.
Matt Lucas.
Yeah. Well, he's been a companion, so
He's been a companion.
you know that. I told you that.
But anyway, what was I saying? He's got two hearts.
Yes.
So use the law
And
that you keep embedding.
You were about to have a go at David Tennant, but it's not his fault. He didn't write the line.
No, have a go at Russell T Davies,
thank you.
because I'm sorry. You are saying that you're such a diehard fan, but you're not using the law that is all embedded. Like literally, the Doctor knows he's got two hearts. He wouldn't say, Anywho,
that was your little rant.
we haven't spoken about the major thing that you told me about the other day.
What?
The spinny.
Oh, the war between the land and the sea. That's going to be old news by the time this episode goes out. But at the time of recording, that just got announced.
It's going to be about the Gallifreyan War with the Daleks.
No, it's not. We know what it's going to be about. It's going to be about the Sea Devils, who are a classic monster.
Oh.
And it just seems
what
to me like
a
really
wasted opportunity.
Weird choice, but yes.
What a wasted opportunity.
And Russell Tovey's in it, and he's not playing the same character he's played before. And Gugu Mbatha-Raw is in it, and she's not playing Martha's sister.
Who's Gugu Michael
Tish, Martha's sister. Did you say Gugu Michael Ball?
No, I said something.
Gugu Mbatha-Raw.
And she's going to play, what's her name?
What?
What's her name going to play?
We don't know who they're playing, we just know they're in it. People were convinced that Martha was going to be in it, and she hasn't been announced, so now people are like, oh, probably not, but there's still time for it to be announced.
So is Russell Tovey playing lead?
Yes, he is.
Is it Torchwood based?
No, it's unit based.
I'm absolutely annoyed!
Why?
Oh my god, I smell nepotism.
Why?
Martha got her sister a job at unit.
Oh, no, she's not playing the same character. Russell has said that.
This is what annoys me about Russell. Is he quite cycles?
He does.
It's
he
a
uses
bit like
the same actors.
It's a bit for me.
Uses the same names for characters.
Yeah, for me, I think to myself, you just got to realise there is plenty of talent out there.
Yeah.
New talent that wants to get chances.
Yes.
And yes, you need someone who can carry a TV show, and Russell Tovey is chef's kiss of a divine man. But you could have used someone like up and coming.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Because if you use someone up and coming, it would be very much, for me, it would be very much more like, okay, you're trying to get the young actor, the youth into Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Is it a CBBC show?
No, I think it's it's like in the vein of the Disney, like the Star Wars TV shows, I think.
Oh, so a limited series?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, what things do we have to do now? We have to rank our episode.
We've got to rank the episode.
Have a look at the list. Where do you think the next Doctor is going to go for you?
It's Christmas Invasion, the one with the twirly Christmas tree.
Yeah, and the Sycorax.
Love and Monsters. Okay, I think it's just going to go under Turn Left.
Really? You like this more than Love and Monsters? Because you really like Love and Monsters.
I did really like Love and Monsters, but historical beats a lot of things for me.
True, yeah.
Because I do like historical romances and history and alternate histories.
So that's quite high then, ish. Well, middling. So 22 is the next Doctor for you. For me, where is the next Doctor going to go? It is my least favourite of the Christmas specials we've watched so far.
So it's going to go under Voyage of the Damned.
Yeah, but then that's quite high for me anyway.
Is it least special of... You liked it less than Christmas Invasion?
Yeah.
Christmas Invasion was shit.
I like Christmas Invasion.
The twirly Christmas tree lost it for me.
I'm going to put here, which is Under the Girl in the Fireplace and Above the Unquiet Dead, number 36. What?
Just funny. It's going to go Under the Girl in the Fireplace.
So that's the next Doctor. I just wanted to read out a couple of messages that we got. These are on Instagram. This one comes from Matt. Would you like to read it, Ben?
Yes!
Okay.
Hey, I just wanted to say I've binged your podcast in the last 3 weeks. It's absolutely brilliant. I grew up with New Who. You spelled new wrong.
No, that's how they spell it. Carry on.
Okay. And your comments for each episode bring me back to dissecting it with my sister and quoting the funny moments over and over again. We still do. At our last family dinner, I brought up a funny video about someone recreating Turn Left, and she gleefully told me that she had already watched it 3 times. Your impersonations, in particular, my favourite, Maria the Sheep. I can't do that. What's your favourite my impression? And any of the companions' mums always makes me laugh out loud. A bit embarrassing when I'm walking home with my headphones in. Haven't got Patreon yet, but I'm going to get it for you guys. Thank you for all the laughs. Hello, Matt. You don't have to get Patreon.
He's already got it. He's one of our patrons.
Oh.
It's just taken me a while to get to read this message
I
out.
would like to say a massive thank you then.
Yes.
For that lovely message.
Lovely message.
And
wonderfully
say hello
read by
to your
Ben.
sister for us.
Yes. Okay, this next message comes from Emma.
Hi! I just wanted to say thank you for this podcast because it brings me so much joy. Makes every Wednesday morning much nicer. I listened to it obsessively when I was ill a month ago and was super sad to realise I was caught up after 2 days and now I have to wait for new episodes. As someone not from the UK where DW is not a part of general knowledge and really obscure to most people, I really experience the British perspective and try not to be jealous. Ha 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 ha. I love how British this podcast is. Emma from
From Czechia?
Yeah, I didn't want to say that because I don't want to give where she lives.
Oh, well, she said it. She's fine. It's allowed to say a country. It's not that we're giving her address.
Oh.
Thank you for that, Emma. That was lovely.
Emma, when you listen to this, please message back on how do you say hello?
In Czech.
In Czech.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and Emma also said, I just seen on this message chain, also, I'd love it if you could say hi to my best friend Marie, who recommended you to me. She's slowly catching up, and I think that would be a nice surprise when she gets to that episode. So, hi, Marie, if I've pronounced that right.
I don't know how to say it.
What?
In Czechy.
Well, we
In
don't
Czech.
know. We don't know. Go on
Can you
then.
Google it, please?
I'll Google it. Bear with. From English to Czech. Hello?
Yeah.
Ahoj.
Ahoy.
Don't laugh.
Ahoy.
Ahoy, Marie.
It sounds like what you say on a ship.
Ahoy.
There's also another one. There's an alternative.
Nazdar.
Nazdar. Nazdar, Marie.
I'm going to go with ahoy because it's easy for me to say.
okay.
Ahoy, Marie. Who's friends with Emma from Czech?
Czechia.
Czechia.
Lovely.
We Googled that for you.
Yes. Anyway, thank you for those lovely messages. We've got some more coming up which we can read out in upcoming episodes. If you'd like to get in touch, you know where you can do that. abouttimecast@gmail.com or find us on Instagram or Twitter. It's almost the end, which means it's time for Patreon, Patreon, Patreon shout-outs. Patreon, Patreon, Patreon shout-outs. This is a Cyberman episode, so I'm going to do a Cyberman voice.
Ugh. You can't do one.
Yeah, I'll put the effect on afterwards.
Oh.
So if you would like to support us on Patreon, you'd be very welcome to. And you would be joining the cyber ranks of
Louisa, Philip, Northerly, Jason, Joe, Tom, Louis, Michael, Verna, Heather, Benny, Caleb, Monica, Amber, Jess, Kaylee, Kieran, Jay, Owen, Natalie, Imogen, Sarah, Aaron, Jake, Matt, Ryan, and Janie.
Yeah, we love you all so much.
Thank you for being a patron.
Very good. If you join us on Patreon, you will get access to a number of things. Depending on your tier, you might get some stickers or a badge. But beyond that, all tiers of patron get access to early release of episodes when I've edited them. I put them up early. That we tend to record about a month or more in advance.
Yeah.
What you also get access to is our special exclusive episodes, which at the moment are happening every quarter. They happen every 3 months.
Yes,
at the
but
moment.
can we email Kylie Minogue's agent, please?
No!
Catherine Tate's agent.
You email Kylie Minogue or Catherine Tate's agent.
And if I got them on,
Yeah.
I wouldn't let you on.
What, you just did it by yourself?
Yeah, and it'll be
Okay.
amazing.
Okay.
Actually,
By the way, I do offer for Ben to come on and interview people with me, but he normally says no because he doesn't like talking to people he doesn't know.
No.
Just likes to talk to me.
Yeah.
So that's Patreon for this week. We're pretty much at the end now of our episode. Just to say that you saw that the next episode of Doctor Who is going to be called Planet of the Dead.
Yeah.
Any guesses what that's going to be?
some virus is making people like zombified.
Okay. It is an Easter special. I mean, it's not really anything to do with Easter.
Okay.
What did you think for a second there?
It was about resurrection.
No. But yes, you will watch that soon. But before then, I'm so excited because next week we're watching Torchwood Children of Earth Series 3, which I have told you already, haven't I? Is one
Your fave.
Well, it is my favourite. It's one story. It's one 5-part story split across 5 days. And it's...
But the thing is, though, Owen and Tosh are not in it.
They're not in it, no. And if you thought you were devastated by Torchwood Series 2...
Do not spoil anything.
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just saying it's very emotional. It's a very emotional series. It's a very epic series. We'll get into it, obviously, next week when we discuss it. But, yeah, for me, it's kind of like, you know when you watch a TV series and then they do a movie version? It feels like that to me. It feels like going onto a big screen and it's like... just steps up a notch. So very excited for that. But until that time, I don't think we've got anything else to say, have we?
No.
Apart from
stay cool, stay safe, stay fantastic.